Buakaw is the Hulk of Muay Thai. I mean, just look at him smashing banana trees. Anyone looking at this can see his rage.
Ready to fight. Round 1. Fight!
While it's true that Buakaw is actually a sweetheart, when he gets triggered, a Hulk smash mode is activated. You see, his anger isn't just feared by banana trees. It is also celebrated in Thailand. In the ring, however, it is feared by all of his opponents. This fearsome display of technical brilliance is appreciated by fight fans around the world. His clinching knockouts were so feared that the biggest kickboxing organization had to change their rule set because of it. After this legendary fight, where Buakaw completely dominated the clinch, the most prestigious kickboxing tournament in the world banned the Muay Thai clinch. Is this fair or unfair? You be the judge. But regardless, history was changed because of Buakaw. While many pundits say Buakaw is just a one-dimensional fighter with great power, this is not exactly true. While he does have knockout power, fight fans need to understand that Buakaw is feared for more than just his ability to knock people out. Yes, with one strike, he sends them to the canvas. But this perspective ignores his supreme technical abilities. After all, even the greatest technician of all time, Sanchai, said he lost to Buakaw because of his techniques. Now, it's commonly said that a calm mind is the most dangerous mind, but that is not exactly true when you look at Buakaw fights. Yes, he is dangerous when he is calm, but when he gets angry, the most dangerous version of Buakaw comes out. Now, there are many theories on why Buakaw is so famous. Many people think it's because Buakaw is extremely handsome. We agree, but we think that is not the main factor. That is, we believe it's his angry fighting that propelled him into true superstardom. After all, women love an authentic masculine man in his full expression. And men respect an angry man on a mission to dominate the world. But on this channel, we don't objectify Buakaw. You see, we are here to show you his feelings, his emotions, and his technique. In all seriousness, Buakaw is the best representative of Muay Thai in kickboxing history. As a clinching technician, he was second to none. He can knee, sweep, throw, and dump at will. And that's what we will show you in this video. Fueled by rage, Buakaw kneed, swept, threw, and dumped in ways that the combat sports world would never forget. Fight fans, welcome back to another episode of Lawrence Kenshin Striking Breakdowns. In this episode, instead of objectifying Buakaw's body, we validate his emotions by giving you the blueprint to Buakaw's angry clinch. Buakaw vs Takayuki Kohirimaki. The angriest Buakaw we have ever seen was against Takayuki Kohirimaki. Buakaw looked unstoppable in this fight. It's as if his anger unlocked an extra gear, making him relentless. This was no easy opponent. Takayuki Kohirimaki was the #2 Japanese kickboxer at the time. And despite what many pundits thought, Takayuki was very experienced in the clinch. In the Japanese kickboxing circuit, Takayuki was even known for his epic knees. But despite his clinch dominance in the Japanese circuit, against the Hulk smash Buakaw, Takayuki looked like he never clinched before. Now, what exactly triggered Buakaw's rampage? You see, it was an illegal catch and sweep from Takayuki. In the K1 rule set, it is illegal to throw repeated strikes after a catch. So when Takayuki spammed the low kick, Buakaw was rightfully pissed. Except that's not actually what made him angry. Decades later, Buakaw would publicly admit that it wasn't the foul that truly made him angry. It was actually because the kicks really hurt. What most people don't know is that after going 4 rounds with the Muay Thai legend John Wayne Parr, Buakaw's legs were already battered. So to take these shots from a great kicker like Takayuki, Buakaw needed to hide his pain. Buakaw chose the best poker face ever, the death stare. This death stare fills Takayuki with fear. It was also at this moment that Takayuki realizes he f***ed up. From this moment onwards, the real fun begins. Buakaw becomes the hunter, and Takayuki his prey. To start the sweep marathon, Buakaw first enters the clinch using his lead body hook with a precautionary lean outside, narrowly missing Takayuki's left hook counter. Once in control of the arms, securing outside control, Buakaw fades back slightly, throws a huge knee to the body, and repositions into a stronger stance. With Takayuki falling forward and momentum now in his favour, Takayuki is forced into a bladed stance. Now, Buakaw has 3 strong points of leverage for the sweep: the overarm grip, control of the body, and a knee bump. With all 3 points of leverage in place, Buakaw initiates the sweep, dragging the arm, throwing the body lock, rotating and twisting his hips and torso to carry Takayuki's body over his knee. Takayuki really knows he f***ed up now, but being a warrior, he gets up to prepare for more onslaught. But with Buakaw in Hulk smash mode, being a warrior is not enough. Within moments, Takayuki was on the canvas once again. Buakaw uses his strength to pull into what is known as Muay Thai Liam. This technique is used to off balance, create angles, and sweep the opponent. Buakaw uses his lead body hook to enter the clinch once again. This time, Buakaw is wise to the counter, and he perfectly intercepts the hook with his A-frame. This block allows him to either secure inside control of the arm or head, and he continues to reach for a single collar control with his lead hand. Before Takayuki even knows it, he is back inside the clinch and already taking damage. This knee, in turn, perfectly builds enough momentum for his takedown. By landing to the outside of Takayuki's stance, with control of the head, Buakaw can easily pull the collar tie, trip with the knee, and watch his opponent fall. With every successful takedown, Buakaw's confidence builds. Eager to get more revenge, he looked like a man possessed. In an attempt to escape the relentless pressure, Takayuki throws a check hook, but Buakaw, being the technician that he is always one step ahead, defending the hook, chopping the lead leg, and sending Takayuki crashing to the canvas once more. And what is more demoralizing than hitting the canvas for the 3rd time in 20 seconds, a literal kick to the butt. Clearly, Takayuki wanted no more fury. On the re-engagement, Takayuki begins the exchange with a low kick. As a fundamental principle, if someone throws a low kick, you can bet they're going to return the favour. This also applies to knees in the clinch, and both can be used ruthlessly to set up any style of attack. Immediately, Buakaw goes to return the favour, feinting a low kick of his own. This feint was incredibly convincing. Just look at how Buakaw flawlessly executes it with the lead step, rear leg slide, popping of the hips, and the arm swing. Anyone would be convinced to think that a kick is coming. With Takayuki biting on the feint, he throws out a panic shell and check reaction. which plays perfectly into Buakaw's next move. Piercing the body with a huge hook, he ties up the double collar lock around the shell guard, creating a perfect lever to land his thunderous knees. Buakaw denies Takayuki any control whatsoever, shutting down all attempts to defend the lock and easily transitions into a trip with the same knee bump. To add insult to injury, the threat of a knee is in Takayuki's face once he hits the floor. Now remember, this is the 4th sweep in 30 seconds. On the next re-engagement, Buakaw uses his reliable lunging lead hook to enter the clinch. This entry works especially well if the opponent reacts with a panic shell. After all, there isn't much of a counter threat. With the opponent in a defensive shell, it leaves opportunities for Buakaw's strike selection and to gain advantages when looking for control in the clinch. As Buakaw circles to the outside with a well-timed parry, he seamlessly bypasses the standing check, positioning himself perfectly for the 50-50 grip. In a moment of desperation, Takayuki attempts to block Buakaw, but overcommits, exposing his back. With this mistake, it is pretty much game over. Buakaw wastes no time in locking the body, landing a crushing knee, and effortlessly trips Takayuki again using his tripping foot. It's clear that Takayuki feels completely defeated, but like any real warrior, he continues to get up. However, he gets up only to be spammed by low kicks. It seems after securing another takedown, Buakaw shifts his attention slightly towards Takayuki's legs. Perhaps this was a show of mercy, or maybe he was playing with his prey to outclass him some more. Either way, Buakaw was in full control. He also shows us the importance of placing one's head off center line while throwing low kicks. After all, the straight cross is an excellent counter for this attack. Buakaw's awareness is on full display, slipping a powerful right hand and then a hook that could have easily ended the fight had they had landed clean. Somehow, Takayuki still had the fighting spirit. On the next clinch engagement, Buakaw stalks as he moves forward, throwing out his jab. Expecting the counter, this jab can easily transition into a frame long guard defense. The long guard is ideal not only for blocking the counter, but for reaching deep and securing the necktie. With the lock in place, to deter any escape, Buakaw uses head pressure to the jaw and chin of Takayuki. When applied properly, this is incredibly painful and frustrating. Now Takayuki, completely blinded by what he should do, stumbles forward trying to regain some sort of control. Yet again, falling into another trap set by the sneaky Buakaw. This forward momentum assists Buakaw's footwork, allowing him to angle off, pull the head, and drive in some epic knees to the body. With his posture and spirit truly broken after the first knee, Buakaw can have a field day until he lands a devastating blow. His hand positioning allows for complete control. Controlling the neck, Buakaw can maneuver and drag Takayuki into any position he wants. With his right arm locking the tricep, this gives him leverage for his strikes. Buakaw's head placement here not only shields him from attacks, but also doubles as a blind to mask his strikes. Letting his body weight drop slightly creates more room to build momentum and power for his knees. Throwing the leg back, with the ability to swing, perfectly loads the jumping round knee. Fired in an arc with the foot chamber below, mimicking a whip, all adding extra momentum. Buakaw now uses his levers to drag, jump, and throw this monstrous knee perfectly to the sternum. This knee was spectacular, not only because it was performed with utter grace, but landing this high up is very rarely seen. That is, the round knee is usually well employed when attacking the ribs and the body of the opponent. So to land this knee so gracefully and high was a thing of beauty. After contemplating his life decisions, Takayuki eventually beats the 8 count, only to be once again sent to the canvas. Buakaw once again uses his lead arm to secure the necktie, his right arm feeding under the armpit, with the assist of head pressure, all acting as a locking method. These tactics were used to blind the opponent and allow full control of the body, directing Takayuki wherever Buakaw chooses. When Takayuki attempts to block Buakaw's arm, he is, in fact, playing into Buakaw's game. In Muay Thai, this is perfect for an unsuspecting elbow. But here, where elbows are prohibited, this locking of the arm can be used to assist the pull and drag. Maintaining neck control throughout is vital. After all, where the head goes, the body follows. When Takayuki again tries to get himself out the rabbit hole that is the clinch, he is met once again with the opposing counter. This time in the form of a duck into another back take. Once Buakaw has your back, it is game over. Just like that, Takayuki finds himself on his way to the canvas once more. At this point, it's almost too easy. Buakaw already knows exactly how to enter the clinch, all while remaining untouchable. This time, as Buakaw enters, he lands a simultaneous body hook and duck, evading the counter left hook we saw earlier. Ducking, especially in Muay Thai, is a high risk, high reward strategy. After all, you could end up headbutting a shin.
It's exquisite! Oh my god!
But Buakaw, being the calculated assassin, uses the duck flawlessly to once again take his opponent's back, secures a body lock, knees Takayuki's backside, and then carries the momentum to throw him into the ropes. Buakaw ended the first round with a teaser of what is in store for the next round. More knees. Here we saw how to masterfully land knees on an opponent. After quickly obtaining inside control of the arms, Buakaw once again looks for neck and arm control. Now he can easily land stabbing knees to the opponent's torso, pulling Takayuki down to meet the knee onslaught. We also saw how not to defend knees and how not to use the clinch effectively. Ideally, blocking knees inside the clinch with your arms is disastrous. Not only does it look incredibly weak in the eyes of the judges, but it also accumulates significant damage to the arms. Not to mention leaving your face exposed. Rather than trying to block the knees, Takayuki should employ a more useful defense, such as gaining arm control and squaring his hips with Buakaw. From there, he could return knees, close the distance between them to make it harder to knee, or simply push Buakaw away, because at this stage, you're just a punching bag. At the start of the second round, both fighters trade shots well, showing us that Takayuki is still game to fight. But after Buakaw got his hands on him, it is clear what would happen. Both fighters exchange jabs, but Buakaw comes out victorious, using his slick long arm entry to get inside. With a slight lean to the outside, he is able to slide Takayuki's jabbing arm inside, with his right arm assisting the parry. When done effectively, this is the same as a standing arm triangle. Wise to the danger, Takayuki manages to fold his arm in an attempt to block, but he is still, unfortunately, in a world of trouble. Once Buakaw establishes some grip, he uses it ruthlessly, hammering home his unrelenting knees. Takayuki hits the deck again, looking defeated, receiving an 8 count just 10 seconds into the second round. Despite all of this, the number 2 ranked kickboxer still showed tremendous heart. But from here, things would become too much. On the last engagement, Buakaw again closes the distance perfectly. He perfectly sets up the framing arms to enter the clinch, narrowly missing a huge uppercut. Securing the neck with his lead arm, applying pressure to the head, and then pinning the arm, Buakaw takes full control. When pinning the arm, this not only controls and secures it, but when done effectively, it exposes the body for the knee. From here, it's clear Takayuki had enough. His posture broke, another cardinal sin in clinching, making it much easier for Buakaw to secure a double collar tie. Now looking like an easy target, Buakaw pushes the head down, feints the knee, looking for an opening to the head. This shows the technical experience of a legend. Many fighters would get overexcited, spamming knees hoping to land one. Instead, Buakaw waits and baits, finding the perfect opportunity to land one flush to the head. This fight was perhaps the most dominant showcase of knees in kickboxing history. What do you think of Buakaw's clinch? This fight showed that the clinch can make or break a fight, and we believe it is important to train it. That's why, together with the legend of Muay Thai, we have created video courses on this sophisticated art within the art of 8 limbs. If you're interested in learning the art of clinching and more, check out our courses on lawrencekenshin.com. Thank you for watching another episode of Lawrence Kenshin Striking Breakdowns. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please watch another episode. I'm Lawrence Kenshin, and thank you for keeping our channel alive.